Hi guys, Mr. Lupos here. I'm your math teacher. This is probably the first video of mine you're going to watch, so welcome to MTH1W V01 Mathematics. Never taught this course before. Nobody has. It's brand new. It's the first time this grade 9 course has been rolled out, so maybe some hiccups, but I'm looking forward to it. It's some great stuff here. So I know a lot of you have different levels of comfort with Brightspace. So we're going to get you used to it, that's for sure, and then we're going to get into the math. So the first thing I want to point out is right here across announcements is going to be, I'm going to put some updates every once in a while. And there's a little intro here. I'll tweak this over the next couple of days, so it might be a little different by the time you see it. But every day you go on, check out the announcements, make sure it's something new isn't there, and if it is, take a look at it, okay? And let's look at the first major announcement here is what I expect you guys to do over the first 2 weeks. So some of you are on every day, some of you are on every other week. It depends where you are. So what I've done is I have a 2-week schedule, 2-week plan, and the first 2 weeks end on September 17th, not 27th, so I'm going to change that as soon as I can. And so on September 17th, we're 2 weeks in, so that's next Friday, the second Friday of the school year. It's 9 or 10 periods, depending on how you look at it, really, because if you're doubling up on week 2, you have 10 double periods, right? So 10 periods, kind of. But if you are going every day, you also have Labor Day off. So the first 2 weeks are 9 days, essentially, or 9 periods, I'm going to call it. The second 2 weeks are the same because there's a P2 day in there also. Okay, so this is the schedule. We're going to do the orientation. I'm going to show you where that is in a second. Then you're going to move your way through 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and 1.4. And that's what I expect you to do for the first 2 weeks, okay? If you need to get a hold of me, like if you're if you're thinking to yourself, well, I don't know what's going on, I need to get a hold of this guy, there's an email right up there. There's a picture of an email, and you can click on that. You can also click here and see, no, I don't have it there. So yeah, the only way to get to it is there. I might put the icon over here also, the email icon, but we'll just hit that little email up there. If you want to find me also. There's a link up in the top here. If you click on this picture of me, not a picture of me, but that thing of me up there, you can find my other email, and you can send me an email that way. Get back to them. I check several times a day, so it should be more than a few hours before I get back to you, but sometimes it might take a bit longer depending on situations. I'm teaching at Beal, so I have 2 of my 3 classes this semester in class, and then I have this one online. So it should be interesting. It's not the first time I've done this, so it should be exciting. I've been teaching online for many years. I don't even know how many, 10, 15, something like that. So Brightspace is great, and I think you'll enjoy it. And if you know about it, great. If not, you're going to have a good chance to look through it with the orientation. So let's get going. You click on the content on the top here, so up in the top corner, and then this will show up. Yours won't look the same as mine right now, but I'll explain that in a second. So first up is the course info, just really basic stuff. If you want to know what we're doing, you can click on this, and it takes you to the curriculum. There's some neat stuff. We're going to look at numbers, then we're going to look at algebra. There's some data management involved too, so some new stuff about graphs and collecting data, which was not part of the grade 9 in the past so much. And then we're going to look at geometry and measurement, so different shapes and angles and also volumes and surface areas and that fun stuff. And this is brand new financial unit here. So this is great. We'll talk about some money and that sort of thing as far as it relates to mathematics. So that'll be neat too. I'm looking forward to that. That's new. Some of this stuff is new. Some of the stuff we're going to start off with is new also. So what you're going to start off with, though, yourself, is you're going to click over here on the Learning Online Student Orientation, and you're going to work your way through these separate things here. Okay, so I don't know what these are, but you're going to click on these things here, and you're going to take the quizzes, and you're going to look at all this stuff, and it's going to teach you all about the various parts of Brightspace. Now, one thing I would like to mention is I noticed this myself when I clicked on this, managing your time. It seems like nothing happened, but watch, boop, boop, boop. You got to scroll down. Okay, so be careful. I don't know if that's gonna be the same in your view. If you don't like how tight this is, it is a little tight. That's the one negative about Brightspace is everything gets a little small. Is over here you can click on this guy and open it up like that. Okay, so you can do that and then hit X when you're done. So that is what I get you to do, and how long should that take you. Let's go back over to the course home, and I'll show you. And I have put in our schedule about 4 periods. So if you're on every day, that's 4 days. If you are on every other day, or every 2 weeks, then that's 2 days. Okay. So again, what I'm saying is 1 period is 75 minutes. So if you have 75 minutes like a regular class, like it used to be, then that is 1 period. If you're doubling up, like I am at Beal, then you're gonna have 2 periods per day to keep up. Okay, so there's not too much. I'm not gonna stress you guys out as far as time goes. We got lots of time for this course, and we're gonna roll through it. So click on content over here, and I'll show you again what's next after that. So content, I hit course on by accident. So content, you're gonna notice when you click on content, you're not gonna be able to see this numbers over here, but numbers is next. So that's 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So we look at the history of numbers, number systems, patterns, and then infinity. And why you can't see that is over here it says visible if conditions are met. And if you click on this, you can't see this, but the condition is you have to figure out, you have to complete the survey, the virtual learning question survey. So if you want to see where that is, you can click on surveys, and it'll pop up on survey. Okay. It's this first one here. It's also built into the system, so make sure that you get this done. As soon as you get that done, then you can see the rest of the course, okay? And there's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of, you can move on to Unit 2 if you finish Unit 1 sort of thing. Okay, so make sure you get that survey done as part of the orientation. So work your way through the orientation. We got lots of time. This is 2 weeks worth of work here. And like I said, there's no rush. And if you're confused, send me an email. Use that icon up above. So the icon right here, use that one, like I said, and send me an email. If you need some help with clarification, we can do Google Meet. So anytime you need to get a hold of me, or I need to get a hold of you, and I can answer something quickly, a Google Meet's a great way to do it. We can just meet real quick. I can do it on my phone. You can do it on your phone. I can do it any way you want. I can make you a video like this. I'm making this on my iPad. I can make a video on a phone in seconds, send it to you, and explain things really quickly. So if you ever have any questions like that, the videos are great, and I can do that for you. Okay. So what else is across the top here? Assignments. When you get an assignment and you don't know where it is, you can click on assignments and you can get to it that way. Most times they're linked through the content, but you notice there's an orientation worksheet that you have to work on, and there's some quizzes also. So the quizzes will be marked. You have 1 shot at them, so please don't attempt them until you're ready. And you have 2 quizzes, 1.1 and 1.2. Please don't open those until you're ready. So make sure you get 1.1 and 1.2 done after the orientation, and then you'll see when you click on them. So over here, let me explain what I'm talking about. If you look at 1.1 here, 1.1, and I click on 1.1, and you're gonna watch some videos, and then you're gonna work your way through, and then it says at the bottom here, where does it say that? Try this quiz somewhere. There it is. Okay, so it says try the quiz when you're ready. Okay, so after watching the video, you'll be ready for the quiz. Okay, and there's also some other stuff here, discussion. So there's a discussion post that I'd like you to add also, so discussions across the top, and you're gonna add to that. And again, the content will tell you what to add. Okay, and then the other thing is this: if just a little bit of, I have posts that go with this section. So there's a little bit about orientation here. Okay, then the history of math. Number systems, these are the first 2 weeks, and I'm going to leave these up like this. Normally I would post these every day, like as we went through, but like I said, because their schedules are a little different, everyone can have a different schedule, I'm going to not do that. Then we look at patterns, and then we're going to look at infinity. So we got a little bit of fun stuff there. Okay, so that's just kind of getting you on your way, but again, the content is where all the good stuff is. So check every day, log on every day, unless you're not on for a week. But every once in a while I will post news up. The news will be clarifications and that sort of thing. And then the other thing too, guys, is under calendar, it will tell you, eventually it'll pop up here. The calendar will tell you what is due and when it's due. Okay, so at this point we have everything due on the 17th. So you go here and we have a couple quizzes that are due on the 17th. Okay, but that'll pop up on your home screen once you get closer to the date, to the actual date. Okay, if you have other courses, they're up here. I went to the home screen here. This is not a bad idea to every once in a while go into the TVDSB home screen. That's not our class. Our class is found up here. As you can see, these are how many courses I've taught online. That's not completely true. I'm lying a little bit, but I've taught a lot. Okay, so that's it. That's the course. If that bell has got a little orange thing like mine does up here, that means something important has happened. So you can click on that and figure out what that is for yourselves when it happens to you. Okay, so keep in touch.